Guys, I'm just going to make a statement at the start here. First of all, big thanks to the Arizona Bowl. First class. I appreciate the city of Tucson, how you embrace what a bowl should really mean. And like I said, I've coached in a bunch of bowl games all around the country, just top shelf. And that's not coach speak, that's speaking from my heart. So I want to say thanks for the invitation. You staged a great game with two really good opponents. Coming into this game, from my perspective, I felt like it would be a one-possession game, which it was. I think I talked about winning the kicking game, which that was really important. I do want you to know, I will take credit, John. When the ball hit and it was going and it was hitting the goalpost, I went, and it got over. But that was a good omen. I want to like to also congratulate Toledo. They had a phenomenal year, and they played hard tonight. I know they were a little shorthanded, and but we were shorthanded as well. We had two excellent teams, and it's great to come up with a win. It's great to close out my career with this football team. They truly have been special. So any questions? I don't know how this is going to go, Nick. Do you want to open up to questions in the audience?
Yeah, I think we'll go to questions in the audience.
Okay. Right here, Cody.
Greg, how fitting is a career in that?
That's Andrew. I mean, like I said, he's resilient. He's tough as boot leather. He and I have gotten to know, it seems like just the other day he was sitting in my office with his father, and we were looking at one another saying how this is going to be. And it's turned out great. You know, he's a Cowboy through and through, and he's got ice running through his veins. And so really resilient performance by him tonight.
Greg, what was it like watching that last drive? You had to use 3 quarterbacks and just kind of grind it out.
Yeah, well, you know, every game's going to have some adversity, and you're right. We used 3 quarterbacks, and that certainly wasn't scripted, but all 3 guys came in and played really well. You know, had great confidence in John. We knew we were in field goal range once even we hit the penalty, but certainly getting down there a little bit closer. Some of the things that Evan did, and some of the other people, and then John had the ice running through his veins, and big win. I mean, we worked the clock down to 0, and it was a walk-off. So, great.
Can we know who the OC is yet, and how much did that affect things?
No. We're not going to make any comment. Both those guys made a great comment. I got a question in the back.
Greg, where does this one rank in terms of career memory?
Now, you know what? It is special because it's the last one for me. Coaching, I've done it, I keep on saying but 42 years, and I've not gone to work a day in my life yet. And it's been a real tremendous profession. It's great to go out with these guys. I have a real sense of peace about moving on. It was time for this Cowboy to ride off, and Coach Sawvell is going to do a great job. Yeah.
Craig, kind of going off that a little bit. I mean, how bright is the future?
I think it looks really bright, and Coach Sawvell and I have talked about that along with Tom Berman. We feel like, you know, the foundation has been set, and I know the guys out here were calling why we weren't able to win a conference championship, and that's a fair question. It's a challenge. But I think if you look at the programs that I've been fortunate to be involved with, whether it's Nebraska during the Tom Osborne era or my time at North Dakota State, those were a long building process. And so I believe that we're in really good shape to move forward. I'm going to be rooting the folks on. Coach Sawvell is going to do a great job leading. It's certainly a competitive conference, but I think the future looks really bright and the culture is set. And so are there going to be challenges? Yes, but you know, I think our older guys have done a great job laying a foundation. We got good players coming back.
John, did you have ice water running through your veins, or were you feeling nervous knowing what was at stake with Coach Bohl's last game night?
Oh, you never think about that really. You just try and win a game and try and send the seniors out in the right way, and obviously Coach Bohl in the right way. So that's just, I knew that Evan coming in would just lead us down the field and put me in a position to try and do my best to win the game. So that's all you can hope for as a kicker.
Easton, what are the emotions like right now for you guys? This is it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously 6 years in college football is a pretty long time, so it's been a great ride, and these last 2 at Wyoming have just been super special to me. And, you know, I talked to the team yesterday. I'm very blessed with how they welcomed me in. We've had some ups and downs and didn't reach our goals this year, but you know, we won a bowl game and it's back up top. So I'm very thankful to be a part of this team and to be around the guys that I've met.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely surreal. I mean, I remember sitting in his office and he looked at me in the eyes and said he was going to be here till I was done. And I remember that was like a big factor for me. I mean, it's not like I had a lot of options, but I trusted him, and it's kind of cool. It's a surreal moment for me, you know, being back here. This was the same spot I was my freshman year. You know, me ending my career and him ending his on a win. And
That's right.
so it's been great. Nothing more I could ask from this state or this team. So it's been awesome.
Easton, what's it been like just playing with a guy as tough as Andrew?
I mean, it's great. I mean, we've always known it. I mean, ever since he came in, he was an immediate leader on our team, which is hard. I mean, you come into a locker room with guys you don't know, and to immediately step into a leadership role like he has, and to stand in the pocket, take hits, you know, run and get those extra yards and fight for that, it really motivates a whole team, not even just an offense. So when you're a defensive guy out there seeing your quarterback throw it all on the line, it's like, why would you not, you know, go out and compete the same way? So it's awesome having a leader like him on the other side.
Craig, all the pressure's on Jay Sawbell now, so you can be a little more open, I'd assume. How good
Well,
is,
who was the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Let's just phrase it another way, Cody.
how good is Evan Sabota going to be, in your opinion?
Well, Andrew and I talked. You know, I think Evan has the tools that are unique. You know, he still is somewhat raw, but he does have a very strong arm. He's learning how to play quarterback better. Andrew's done a nice job mentoring him. I think he can put the ball in different places on the field that very few quarterbacks can. And, you know, when you have that kind of ability, it stresses the defense. And, you know, I'm not saying I got good eyes, but I got a damn good eyes with quarterbacks as far as they're throwing the ball and putting them in different places, and I think he can do that. And he's learning how to play. I think you know, Andrew's done a great job mentoring him and leading him, and Andrew's not been, like, insecure. But I would venture to say Andrew would echo a lot of the things that I just said.
Absolutely. I think, you know, Evan coming in he was really just a freshman. He went to a JUCO, but I think what he's improved on over the, you know, 2 years he's been a backup is, you know, it's amazing. I've seen 3 quarterbacks in person, like on the field, that could really sling the ball. And one was Jordan Love. It was actually my visit to Utah State. It was against Wyoming. And I was sitting right next to Jordan Love and Josh Allen warming up, and it was pretty impressive what I was seeing. I was like, oh, this is like the norm. But come to find out, it wasn't the normal. And then Evan, you know, when I first saw Evan throw and the way it comes out of his hand, you know, he's still got some stuff to learn, but I think that he's going to have a bright future here. So.
Andrew, what was that last drive like for you to throw the dime to get it started, but you had to watch Evan throw?
Yeah. They put me in a tent and I was trying to peek through the thing to see what the hell was going on. But you know, I have full trust in Evan. I wish I could have been out there to finish that drive. But you know, what it comes down to is us getting the W. And that's all I could ask for, especially for Coach Bohl on his last game. So.
John?
What was it like when you went down the first time in the fourth quarter and the folks fans were chanting your name?
That was probably one of the coolest moments I've ever experienced, you know, because I was in pain and then I could hear that. And I got a lot of adrenaline, and I said, please get me up, and got up, and I gave him a wave, or I can't remember what I did, and it got pretty hyped, and I think that led to, you know, Evan going in there and getting the touchdown that we needed, so that was pretty awesome.
John, it's been not an abnormal year for you, especially of late. How did you keep your confidence through all this?
You got to keep your confidence as a kicker. I mean, shoot, the whole team's counting on you to deliver, and at times when I wasn't able to deliver, that was really frustrating. So it was just down to me to keep it, just kind of come back to a good spot mentally. And I think a big part of that is just the other specialists in the specialist room, Clayton, Eric, Ralph, and Carson. They've all been huge factors in helping me return to that.
These guys right here have said they believe in you all year long, even when you were going through your struggles. What did it mean to be on the shoulders there at the end of you?
Yeah, it feels good. I never really liked lifting up the kicker on the shoulders because we just kind of we kind of finished it off. I mean, there's a whole lot of work. There's a bunch of big guys hitting people to get me into that spot. So honestly, it's all down to them.
Craig, will that Manhattan tonight taste better after a win?
It's going to be more than one Manhattan. I don't know if I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. I walked off. I held my breath in the locker room. I almost offered everybody drinks at the Buckhorn. I thought I'd probably get in trouble, but then I said, what the hell are they going to do to me? So I'm going to love my wife, sit by the fire, and I did, well, I'm going to have a couple. And maybe have a throbbing headache tomorrow. Okay.
Got any more questions, guys?
Just one more for Easton. I mean, a lot of your guys are coming back on defense. Just what do you see next year with that group?
I mean, there's so much potential. I mean, you guys saw a lot of it this year, you know. Just getting more experience than the guys that already played, and then, you know, we got some young pups that have really been grinding down on scout teams that I think a lot of people will be really excited to see. I mean, like Coach Bohl always says, it's a developmental program, and you know, there might be some guys you guys might not know of yet, but they're coming, and I think it's going to be a really talented unit again next year, and you know that's the standard here, and I think everybody knows that. So I'm excited, and I think they're going to be very well off.
Guys in the press, I just want to say thanks. It's been a really good relationship. I know that you've asked hard questions at times. I think you've done your homework. We need accurate media. Appreciate the coverage of the Cowboys. Appreciate our relationship. Even though I didn't let you watch practice. But I want to say thanks on that. And once again, Arizona Bowl people, you're the best. Outside of that, peace, I'm out.